Hello, hello. I'm jumping on ultra quickly to make a quick card. I felt like making a card and I thought, well, why not do it live at the same time? However, you are not going to see my face because I am still a little bit, I went to the gym this morning and I'm not cleaned up properly from it, so my hair's still all up, I'm still a mess. So I'm just getting myself set up here on my iPad. So I can see comments, turn my volume down on that. Okay, so we're going to make a quick card. Now you'll notice that I've got the same layout that I did for my last one, which was the Rooted in Nature, and I haven't got my card beside me. Hi Sue, I'm jumping on really quickly, but I thought sometimes what I like to do is use the same layout but create different cards. So I'm going to use that same layout again but make a completely different card. Hey everyone coming in. We're not seeing my face today. Well, I'm still gymmed out. My hair's all over the place and I'm a mess. So I'm starting off with Whisper White thick cardstock and just going to fold that. I have got a couple of things done ahead of time because we're only jumping on super quick today. So the strip down the side, I'm going to be using the gorgeous Share What You Love bundle. So I'm going to grab my cutter, excuse my cutter, and I'm going to do it at the same measurement that I had last time, which is 2 centimeters. So that will go down the side, but I just want to make it a smidge different this time. And I'm actually going to grab, which side did I cut that off of? I cut it off of that side, didn't I? Okay, so I want to cut another 1/2 centimeter. So I will grab that strip. Yes, I have to try and, a few of us at the gym, we've got a goal to do 1 pull-up by the end of the year. Just one. Just one. Share what you love. Is that what I said? Love what you do? Love. Oh, yes. It's gorgeous. So, okay, so I'm going to place the 2 strips ever so slightly together. I'm not going to glue anything down yet because the card is in my head. I haven't actually done anything yet with it. So the other side of this paper is beautiful small flowers, which I had thought about using. I will get it out and show you. I have to be careful because I've got the cord underneath my paper here. My cutting board, this here, my cutting board, my little blue one, that's a naughty one. This one here is the one that you're talking about. It is an old Creative Memories one, so shh, but I love it. That's the second one. I broke the arm off my other one. Now, I was going to use this paper here, which is, absolutely stunning, but because my circle isn't that large, I wouldn't be able to fit so much in there and it would sort of just get lost. So I decided to go for the smaller circle instead, and I've just cut, this is the largest one out of the Stitched Shapes framelits, and then I've got from the layering circles the largest scallop, so they just fits on top, so you can just see the scallops coming out, and that is going to go down there, I think. So here's my sketch. So the next thing that I need is a sentiment, and I thought, well, could have done a long skinny one, but I thought I might try the You Are Wonderful from the Rooted in Nature set. So all I need for this card, ink-wise, is a Versamark. So there's not a lot of supplies. I was, starting to get all my supplies out, and I was like, hang on a minute, I don't need anything. Okay, so brand new stamp, peel the backing off, and You Are Wonderful. I'm gonna stamp it in the middle so that I can trim it down and make it a little bit longer. So it doesn't really matter if I don't get it completely straight. Whoops, and I need to take that one out because I don't need that mat. And I've got my silicone mat underneath just because I like to keep my workboard a little bit clean. Okay, I think I've got that fairly straight. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of embossing. So just my Versamark, and I'm going to ink that up. Now another thing that you can do with the Stamparatus and embossing is ink, like stamp your colour, your sentiment or whatever it is that you're wanting to emboss in colour first, and clean your stamp, and then come back and re-stamp it with Versamark, and then you can emboss it with clear, and you will have coloured embossing. Hi Elizabeth, hi Chrissy, hi Dina. All right. You know what? And I forgot to, there's always something I forget to do, isn't there? I've got it all beside me. I completely forgot to wipe it down with my embossing buddy. Now, you'll have to excuse my white, because my white is not really white anymore. It's got flecks of glitter and flecks of paper, offcuts of paper. Oh, see, now I've got stuff all everywhere. Oh well. Let's see if I can flick as much off as I can. Now, oh, I haven't got my little paintbrush next to me. I'm doing well. You should learn not to do impromptu stuff. Sometimes it's good. Most of the time I forget something though. Right, and I shouldn't do that either, because I'll probably end up blowing all that white everywhere. Hey Holly. Okay, so I'll just get rid of that. Handy little things. What I think I need to do is buy some containers and leave them like in a big container permanently. Pop that there. Now I've got my heat tool precariously resting over here. So excuse the noise for a moment. I can just reach with my tool, and I have got it switched on. So excuse the noise. Hey Joe. And I've got white flecks over everything. I've got white flecks over everything because I forgot to use that most important step, even though I had it sitting right beside me. So I'm just going to let that cool down a bit. So that I can put it through my cutter. So ignore my cutter again, please. So I'm just going to trim this, so make sure that's dry. Well, cool, I should say, not dry. So I'm just going to trim this so that it's nice and tight against the sentiment. Hopefully it's straight, which I don't think it is. Oops. Where is the stamp? You are supposed to be straight. That's not straight, is it? I'm going to have to just go with the flow, I think. Go with the flow. It's real. I've got that so crooked. Do you think anyone will notice? That, the little sketch on my grid pad is from, it's a My Favourite Things one. So that's the one that we're doing today. Yeah, that is crooked, isn't it? So that's the one that we're doing today. It was the same as the Rooted in Nature one from the other day. And now I've... Oh, you should see my desk. It's an absolute mess. Okay, so I want to cut a V. So I'm going to do it in here, which I might have to do a couple of times because I'm not actually sure where that's coming out. At least that fits, sort of. Oh, how close to my embossing is it? All right, so now I know I need to come a little bit more. I don't know how much more. Shall I guess? And that's still too long. Oh look, chevron. It's probably still a little bit longer than what I need. But I think it was too wide for my, maybe I'm just guessing now. Okay, this one should be a telltale. No, I don't want to go too far. I hate doing this. I hate doing it where you can't see. I think that's okay. One thing could possibly work for me, hey? This is why I usually make cards beforehand and not just in my head. Okay, so we are ready. We've got all our little components now. So I can just stick down. Okay, and now I can feel the grit. I normally try and do my embossing in a different area so I don't feel that grit going on. All right, so this one's a 2 centimeter strip and we're going to stick that right down along the edge. Right, like so. And then I'm going to use just a 2-way glue pen to do the next bit, because as you can see, I'm struggling already. Oops. Rightio. And I'm just going to leave a tiny little white gap. Actually, which way does it go? I think it might go this way. A tiny little white gap. Use your grid paper to try and line things up. Get them straight. So just to add a little bit of interest there. Okay, next I am going to, see, it's a very, very simple, almost like a clean and simple card. It's certainly simple. You could be punching these out and cutting them out and making a stash full of them. Right, and then some dimensionals. Wherever they are. There we go. Thank you, Holly. Okay, get them up the right way. I think I stuck that down crooked too. Goodness me. I've got my card up the right way, yes. Well, you don't notice it too much anyway. So there is my circle next. Okay, and then my sentiment. And I'm going to stick my dimensionals a little bit further in so they sit on the circle rather than sort of hang off the edge a little bit. Okay, so that's going to go across. Make sure that I see now. I want to try and not have my stuff overhanging, but if I want it centered, then it's going to overhang from my card. So I'm going to have to put it right on the edge of my card, I think. Actually, I might put it a little bit lower so it's not right in the center of the card. How's that? Okay, and so there's our layout, all finished. And then I'm going to put some sequins on because we all love sequins. And what color shall I use? I think I might use, I'm almost out of the, well, I can see my iridescent ones are getting quite low. Whoops, sticking to my fingers. Ah, that's because I had glue on them before. And a couple up there. Whoops. And I need one more. over there. Hi, Tracy. So there we go. Whoops. So very spur of the moment, Kayla. Very, very spur of the moment. I thought, yeah, I feel like making a card. So just turns out to be a little bit pretty. Okay, pop these down. Now, I just want to say too, while I'm doing this, I only just noticed yesterday that there are, when this catalogue retires, there will be no more number dies in our catalogue. So if you do not own the large number dies, I seriously recommend you go get them. They're 54 Australian dollars and they are low in stock, and they are one of the handiest dies because, you know, instead of having this here, I could have put, you know, a number 17 or something if I had bothered to make my children birthday cards this year. Shh. But they are honestly the handiest things. So if you don't have any number dies and you're looking for decent sized ones, please go and check them out. They are low in stock. They're going to disappear quickly, I would say. And we only have until Thursday to buy them anyway. So I would go and check them out. Because the number dies are really, it's one of those essential things. So there is my quick and simple card. Very pretty. Now the other thing that I want to say is that the bundle that these are all associated with are also not, you'll be able to buy the pieces. I'm not going to switch around to me, so you'll have to excuse me. But you seriously do not want to see me at the moment. I'm a mess. But all these things, they will be available individually come Friday. But if you don't purchase them in the bundle, you won't get all those free products. So go and check them out as well. So the bundles, exclusive bundles, are only available until the end of Thursday. So go and check them out. Go and check out the number dies and go and check out the bundles before the bundles disappear and you miss out on free product. Because we all love free product. So, and that is such a pretty card. Thank you. Great way, awesome way to use up more DSP. And you know, sometimes you always end up with strips and you think, oh, what am I going to do with that little strip? And you never want to throw it out. So I did cut that one off, but generally you end up with little strips. So you can use them up. So thank you very much for joining me on this very, very quick and simple card. And I will probably be back on... I will be back on probably Friday morning, probably between 9 and 9:30, I would say, because that way I can get done and head to the gym. So thanks very much, and we'll see you again another time. Bye. Oh, I'm stuck. I forgot because I've got my cord here, you see, and I put my cord underneath my grid paper so that I wouldn't in the way, and then I just choked myself. Bye.